can I do this? Can I do scallion bay? Does it work? And welcome to my kitchen. If you are new here, my name is Kaylee, and today in my kitchen we're going to be cooking up something nice and spicy. Today we're going to be cooking Mapo Tofu. Better? We've got all of our ingredients lined out here. If you followed along with any of our recipes before, specifically our Sichuan recipes, we've actually got pretty much all of the ingredients already that we used when we made our crispy chicken and chilies. So there's just a few extra things that we'll quickly run through. For our recipe today, of course, we're going to be using tofu. That's one of our sources of protein. We're also going to be using some ground pork as well. To go along with that, to make our sauce, we've got lots of different ingredients. So take notes, but as always, the recipe will be listed down below. We've got a little bit of chicken stock, some oil. We'll be using some cornstarch to thicken up the sauce. A little bit of sesame oil goes in towards the end just to add another element of flavor. We'll have a little bit of chili bean paste, and today we're actually going to be making our own chili oil. So we've got some chopped up dried red chilies and some Sichuan peppercorns here. We also have some Thai chilies, garlic, ginger, scallions, and of course, we're gonna be serving this all on a bed of rice. So lots of components in this dish, but it's actually really easy once we start going. In the past, we've made this dish before by using some pre-bought sauce, and this stuff is great if you don't have all of the ingredients at home, but I wanna show you that it is an easy dish to come up with, and it's a really quick recipe to do. So we're gonna put these away. We're going old school. It's authentic, it's all homemade today. It's about to get spicy. All right, so right now we're going to get our mise en place. That means prepping everything, chopping everything up. That way we're ready to go as soon as we got our wok nice and hot. So we're gonna start by chopping up our garlic and our ginger. We want about 3 tablespoons each, and we want them nicely finely minced. We're also going to be finely chopping up 2 of our Thai chilies, and then lastly we're going to be dicing up our spring onions. The recipe calls for 1 spring onion, but I've got some smaller ones here, so I'm actually going to be using 2 for today just to add a little bit more texture and flavor to the dish. Final thing we're going to do to prep our recipe is to crush up some of our Sichuan peppercorn. So you can use a ground up powder if you can find it. I already had the whole peppercorn here, so I'm just gonna crush it up quickly in my mortar and pestle. Oh, we smell that. Yeah. I feel like that cat meme. Oh, it's so potent. So we want this to be ground up into just a coarse powder. We just want to break up the peppercorns, release some more of that flavor. Right now we're going to gently cut up our tofu into about 1-inch cubes and then set that to the side before we start our wok. For the tofu, today we're going to be using soft tofu. We don't want a super firm tofu. We're going to be very delicate when we cook it up. Right now we're going to start making our homemade chili oil. So today we're going to be using vegetable oil. What we're going to do right now is turn up our burner to about a medium heat and add 1/4 cup of oil. To the oil, then we're adding in our dried chilies and also our fresh chilies as well. And we're just going to mix those together and fry up for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's really fragrant and the chilies have gotten a nice color. The dried chilies themselves do get quite dark. Don't be alarmed. As long as you keep it about a medium or even a little bit lower, they won't burn necessarily. Do keep an eye out, but if they do start getting dark, that's okay. That's good. Up next, we're going to start to toast our Sichuan peppercorns and also to fry up the garlic and ginger. So again, over about a medium heat, 1/4 cup of oil. We're going to first start with the peppercorns. We'll fry these up just for about 30 seconds to a minute until they get nice and fragrant. Then we'll add in our garlic and ginger as well. Like usual, we're just gonna cook up our garlic and ginger about 30 seconds, or at least until it starts becoming fragrant. Then we're gonna add in our ground pork. Now this, we're going to cook all the way through. And once the pork is cooked, then we'll start to add in the other elements. When cooking the pork, you do wanna make sure that you're breaking up that minced pork into nice small pieces. Now that the pork is cooked all the way through, we're gonna add in our chili bean sauce. Just about 1 to 2 tablespoons of this. Ooh. And then we're gonna mix it all together. Up next, we're gonna add in 2/3 of a cup of chicken stock. You could use like chicken stock that you make yourself. I've just got some laying around from a soup that I made a few days ago, but I am going to be adding this one into here and letting it simmer for about 5 minutes. The reason we're using chicken stock instead of just water is we wanna be able to create that nice rich sauce, but we don't wanna water all of the flavor down. Now as this is simmering over to the side, we're gonna make a water and cornstarch mixture to help to thicken up the sauce. Right now it smells amazing, it looks awesome too, but it's a little bit too runny, a little bit too watery. So by adding in a little bit of cornstarch, it'll help to thicken it up. Now you don't wanna just take cornstarch and pour it into whatever dish you're creating. This goes for universally, whatever you're making. You wanna use a little bit of cornstarch and mix it with some water separately. That way you've got a well incorporated cornstarch, and then gradually add that to your dish. All right, well that is still simmering. It's time to add in our homemade chili oil. Now this is gonna add so much flavor and so many fragrant notes. I can't wait to taste it. I'm just very excited. Once that's well incorporated, then we're gonna mix in our tofu. Because we're using soft tofu, very carefully, super gently mix it in there. You just wanna fold it into the rest of the sauce in the pork, and then we'll add our final garnishes. It's time to add in our final ingredients and our garnish, and then it's finally time to serve up. I can't wait. To finish it off, we're gonna add about a 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil, just to add in a little bit of a nutty flavor, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of some sugar as well, just to kind of balance out all of the heat. And finally, last thing we're gonna add is our chopped up scallions. Can I do this? Can I do scallion bay? We're set. I cannot wait to dig into the tofu. It smells amazing. It looks delicious. It's got a really vibrant red color from all of the chilies. Oh, I'm drooling a little bit. This kind of dish is best served along with a small bowl of white rice. The white rice kind of balances out some of the heat, and there's definitely going to be that in this recipe. If you haven't had any Sichuan food before, first, what are you doing? You have to try it, it's so good. But second, one of the most prominent ingredients in Sichuan food is the Sichuan peppercorn. And this one is tingly, it's spicy, it's fragrant, it's awesome. So let's try it out. We got a little bit of our tofu, a little bit of our pork. That's good. When you first bite into it, the tofu is so soft. It's got a really wonderful texture, and the heat kind of comes later. It's like, okay, the flavors are there. You can taste the scallions, a little bit of the saltiness from the bean paste, but then all of a sudden, that peppercorn and that chili oil hits you. It's awesome. Wow, this is a recipe that I definitely have to keep in the bank. It was so simple, so easy, and very authentic. Honestly, I would say this is even better than those pre-made packages that we used to cook with. This one has just got so much more flavor. It's a lot more love. Could you make it yourself? And it's amazing. I can't wait to make this for my family. All right, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen today. I had an awesome time with you guys, and this dish is amazing. If you do try it out, please tag me on any and all social media so I can see your recreations. I would love to see you try this one out and let me know how you liked it. As always, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below, what do you want to see me make next? This video was actually made because a subscriber asked me to make our Mapo Tofu. And ask and you shall receive. So we've got our wonderful tofu recipe. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well so you won't miss a single upload. And until next time, I'll see you guys later in my kitchen. Bye guys.